Shalom, giving all the praise and honor to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. A sincere Shalom, Labakariam Shah Yasharallah. That's peace to the hopeful election of the nation of Israel. This is Nigeria. Nigeria bans cash and forces own citizens to digital currency by starvation. Now, they've been going through it over there in Nigeria. You know, the last thing I heard was they was trying to get into the banks. This was a few weeks ago, and they was flipping them banks over, man. You know, these reports was everywhere, you know, because they forced them to live off $44 a week pulled from the ATM machines. Something like that. You know, the guy's going to report it. But, you know, we've been following this for about 2 to 3 months now, because you're pushing this CBDC over here in different countries in Africa. But specifically, there's a lot of Jake still down here in Nigeria, man. You know, so the Lord is, he's making his moves across the earth. Hey, let's get it. You know, Revelations. And these other camps they about to see, man, they're going to run the same system, the same protocol over here in the States, man. You know, this is Revelations 13 verse 16, and this scripture right here is about to be outlawed on the net, man. You know, so when I read this right down, you know, I read this with pride, because I see right now, you know, Esau's going to eliminate Revelations 13 and 16. As soon as he hear it, as soon as he hear the book, the chapter and the verse, he gonna start cutting videos, man. So we singing this loud and proud right now while we can. This is Revelations 13 and 16. And he causeth all, speaking about you Edomites, you top elites, you're going to cause everybody, both small and great, like we're going to see in this video here, free and bound, to receive a karax or karagma or grapho, an engravement in your skin, in your flesh, which they call the MARK, in their right hand, or it could be your left hand, you know, because when you go into other scriptures, they tell you hands, like Revelations 20, or in their forehead. You know, there will be an option to put it in your forehead, and you know, and you got not Starlink, forget the name of the other program that Elon Musk has been working on, and they got it out there now to where you can put a MARK in your forehead and actually work certain things that they will call miracles with that thing. It says in 17th verse, and that no man might buy or sell, save or accept he that had the MARK. So you won't basically be able to move around in your new life, in the new world order. You will not be able to participate in the mall system, the supermarket system, the mortgage system, the rent system, your job system. You won't be able to function on their new grid without being connected to their smart cities through this RFID, CHIP, man, the CHIP. And this is coming, and like we're gonna watch in this video, they're gonna force the hand of the 2/3, the other nations, to get into this. This is serious. This is gonna be worldwide. No one will get away. No one will be able to hide except the elect. The Lord is gonna hide them. Tell you that in Isaiah 59 and 19, man. That standard that goes into hiding and escape. There's an escape route for the elect, man, who are now the hopeful elect. Because you won't be able to buy and sell unless you got that karax, or the name of the beast, which is the new world order, the whole system itself. You know, it goes into the beast with the 7 heads and the 10 horns, which is the EU and NATO. You know, all the plans and the whore that sits on them, they all wrapped up in those plans. That's all part of the new system, man, that they running. Okay, the elites. So you're going to have their name, which is their vibration, or the number of his name. And that's his number. Let's get into his number. Here is wisdom. Let he that have understanding count the number of the beast, because the number of the beast is going to come with a barcode, man. And when you go into that barcode, it's a 6 in the beginning, a 6 in the middle, and a 6 at the end. Literally 6 barcodes. It's called a UPC code, a scanning code. That same code is going to be inside that Koroks, man. Inside that grain of rice, that C-hip. That's going to be in your hand. And you're going to swipe it and pay for your product and keep it moving. So it says, here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast. For it is the number of a man, which is his system. And his number is 666, 666, which is imperfection. And that second 6, which is shy, sty, stigma, actually is the third 6, stigma. When you go into the Greek on this, that's something that sticks with you. And that mark will be with you. And those that do have it, when you go into Revelations, the 16th chapter, you're going to get an ulcer in your hand. Yes, you're going to get a cancer in your hand. And there's a penalty for taking that. We're going to read that next.
Well, let me bring you up to speed. Folks, today's post is for anybody doubting that central bank digital currencies are definitely a thing and that the cashless future is absolutely imminent. Did you know that Nigeria is basically cashless now and that they have a central bank digital currency?
After a 3-week delay, Nigeria's digital currency is now legal tender.
In October of 2021, the Central Bank of Nigeria announced the e-Naira. Well, after about a year, only 0.5% of Nigerians signed up. Yes, big surprise, most people don't want a central bank digital currency. They limited the amount of cash that people could withdraw from the banks and ATMs to $44 per week. Now, the average Nigerian needs $40 per day to survive.
Long queues at ATMs and banks nationwide, oftentimes in the middle of the night and up to 7 hours long.
Scenes of destruction are evident at different banks. Some have had their windows smashed and ATM pawns damaged.
Still a tug of war to get cash, a sign that the cashless
Look at
policy
them
of
fighting
the
over
CBN.
it. Look at this. They're fighting to get into the bank. When this thing actually hit the fan, they're going to be tussling like this. See this? See how they tussling? They're going to be tussling like this to get that C-hip, man. Because this is survival now. This is the only way to survive.
Is yet to feed into the system.
They banned cash. The government came out in October of 2022 and said that they're no longer accepting the old banknotes. So they said, we're going to give you new banknotes. But then the banks stopped issuing the new ones and people couldn't get the new ones. And then nobody could get any cash anymore. You can't use the old ones and you can't get the new ones.
Cash shortage sparked by the replacement of paper notes, a crisis which has left people cashless and has forced businesses
See,
to
this that
close.
buying and selling part. You see that? This is that survival part. This is how they're going to get you.
Close.
See? You know, and when you go into these different countries, you know, they make most of their money on the sidewalk. This is how Macy's was formed. Macy's, you know, when you go into it, you know, Bloom, what was it called? I think it was called Bambergers. You know, they started on the sidewalk. But this is how it is in these other countries, man. You know, they make their money on the streets. And they can't buy their product to get out here to sell it without that CBD system, which is quickly going to switch to that RFID, man. That Koroks.
The ATMs are not working. Even when you walk into the bank, they will tell you they are not giving out that money, that they don't have the cash.
The banks are making the new Naira note very difficult for Nigerians to access.
So what happened? A 60% increase in people who are using CBDCs because guess what? Children were starting to starve. They starved their own
See that?
people.
That's why I said no man might be able to buy or sell, which is survival, man. You can't go into the supermarkets. You know, you can't feed your family. This is going to be serious. That's why the Lord, man, yo, Akim Aqua, you better look into yourself. You better look into the faith. You better make sure you solidify, because that's what I'm doing every day, single day, man, on my knees, man, because this thing is going to be serious. The first day, hey, you sound like a Christian warrior. The second day, by that third or fourth day, you on your knees, man. The Lord going to leave a lot of people out there dry. This is Revelations 3 verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience. And everything that you're going through, all the trials and tribulations and its truth, up to this moment right here that we're looking at. Because this is going to be the ultimate test. Everything you've been going through up to this moment, you show patience, meaning you use the tools that was given to you and you believe and you kept the faith. You kept the faith. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. That hour goes into a time period. That's not the same hour in Revelation 17. This goes into a time period right here. I mean, Revelations 18, Salaki. Revelations 18, that hour goes into our hour. This hour goes into eon. This is going to be a time. The Lord got it a time, whether it's going to be 6 months, 8 months, 12 months, 2 months, 3 months of this. But it's going to be serious when people want to find out, how do I make my next move? Just like if you lose your wallet. You lose your wallet and your phone together. Man, you assed out. You can't move around. You can't do nothing. You scrambling. Cancel all my cards. What I'm going to do with this, my phone, and my wallet is gone. Because that's what is going to happen. You no longer can use your phone, and you definitely can't go on your wallet for no cards. Cards are not accepted in this system here. So it says, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation. That's the hour that's coming, where you're going to be tempted. You're going to consider doing this thing, which shall come upon all the world in an awkward mini sense. This is the globe, the earth. To try them. See, it's a trial period that dwell upon the earth.
Into adopting central bank digital currency. So this is a case study. This is a cautionary tale. The world leaders are taking notes on this, and we the people need to take notes on this. Only the American people can stop this, because if the central bank digital currency happens there, it's going to happen everywhere.
American people ain't doing jack. Stop it, man. They still, they hopeless. These people right here, they got a bunch of information, and they don't know what to do with it. The worst thing individuals like him can find out is what he's talking about. Because now what? How do you fight against this? You just see all those Nigerians had to go ahead and get down with the system. Only the elect going to escape this because it's going to be divined. Other than that, you in line with everybody else. While knowing this, they're going to be taking this RFID, this MOTB, while knowing that it's the MOTB. That's the scary part. That's the scary part. You're going to know it's wrong. And you still going to do it because the Lord has forsaken you.
Especially here in Canada. Write a letter to your congressman, your representative. Keep the pressure up. Keep your eye on this.
I got news for you, buddy. Your congressman already chipped up.
Congress does not approve the move to a central bank digital currency. And if you don't think that a central bank digital currency and a cashless society, just like Nigeria, isn't coming here, then you need to be a little bit more sophisticated in your thinking. Because why would we allow Nigeria, a developing country, to have a more advanced technology and payment system than us? Of course not. We're the first world. We have to be more advanced. We have to have better technology than them. People actually died in the streets. There was rioting. They didn't care. They burned down the banks. They don't want the banks to exist. They want the banks gone now. They don't care about the banks. They don't care about the riots in the streets. They don't care about the kids and the families that are starving, adults who aren't even eating food.
Hey, you heard what he said? We're going to stop that right there. We're going to stop that right there. This is Revelation 16. I'll go right to the point. Verse 9. And the men were scored. Oh, hold on. Salaki. I need Revelations 14. Verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice. This is what John was saying. If any man worship the beast, the system, the New World Order, the NWO, and his image, which is going to be this place here, and receive his M-A-R-K. I know I said the word, but man, you know, still, we're going to try to participate with the algorithm right now. The Karax in their forehead or in his hands. It didn't say right or left. It just said hand. The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh. What do you think that wine is? You think it's going to actually be Manischewitz? No. This ain't going to be real Yayan. This is parabolic. You're going to be drunk from the blastation of those damn ICBM missiles, man. you should drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of indignation. That don't sound like an actual cup. That's anger, righteous anger. And he shall be tormented, man. The Lord can give you, don't tell him what he gonna do. He gonna slow time down. That's gonna be the longest hour in history. You're gonna be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels, Revelations 15. While the angels gonna be in their chariots sitting above, actually activating these bombs while they shooting lasers. The elect is in the chariot and in the presence of the Lamb, which is Yahushua. He gonna be watching this place go, as well as you in it. And the smoke of their torment, see that? Your boots gonna be smoking, man. You gonna be on fire. This is the fire. Look at the news. They talking nuclear weapons everywhere you go. North Korea just shot off another ICBM missile. And he said this is prepared. This can reach America. That's what, what's his name? Sean Yale, whatever his name is, the PM over there. He said this can reach America. So they speaking loud and they speaking proud right now because it's the Lord. And their smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever. And that's just going into Esau's penalty on the other side, because the pressing of those bombs and the return of our Lord begins in the first day of suffering and slavery for the Edomites, starting with the elites. And they had no rest, and they're not going to get no rest, day nor night, who worship the beast, and they worshiping the beast right now. You got people that's worshiping the beast right now in their head, and they going to solidify it with the damn Karax, the electric oil, that you love your master. Yeah, we sick, massa. You love this system so much that you're going to brand yourself with this electrical oil. Who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name, man. So as you can see, the beast, the image, and the name, they all go together. You take the RFID, you took it all, man. You got the whole system. You got the name on you, and you got the number. It all goes in, it's wrapped up in one. So the Lord is not playing, man. You can see this is going down. This is happening. I want to give all praise and honor to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kakdash. Double honor to my elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth, who I learned from Delhi. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Bashim Kakdash. Shalom.